everybody, it's Jasmine. So today I have a full face of using new skincare, makeup. I also dove into some makeup that I forgot about, and so hopefully you guys like this really creative look that I came up with tonight. I tried to not do my usual. I wanted to do something very out there, something almost contrasting, and I hope you guys really enjoy the look. And if you want to see how I got it, then please keep on watching. Look at this new backdrop. A girl went to Joann's, picked this up. This is a blanket fabric. I kind of like blanket fabrics as my backdrops because there are barely any creases or wrinkles in it, so life hack. So I'm gonna start off with some skincare that I got in the mail. I have quite a handful. So I have two by the brand Be Effect right here, and one of them is called an ascorbile tetraiso palmitate 3%, which is a non-irritating vitamin C derivative. And then I have another one which is 100% plant-derived squalane, which is a natural moisturizer. So since I am going to be applying makeup, I want to save the vitamin C for like my actual skincare, like a night routine. So I'm gonna go in with the moisturizer, and this one claims to retain moisture, improve skin elasticity, and reduce the skin's roughness. Now I do have just my toner and essence right on my face, nothing too crazy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. This is in a little dropper. 4 seems like a happy number. Now, unlike any oils that I've used, this seems to be in the middle between an oil and a moisturizer. And I'm gonna go in with more. I'm gonna see what happens when I just rub it into the skin like regular moisturizer. I'm assuming it's just going to soak in a little bit more. This does not soak up into the skin quickly, and by that I mean that my skin does not feel deeply hydrated. It doesn't feel like it's penetrating deep through my epithelial tissues. So I'm gonna go in with another moisturizer that I got, and this one is by the brand Keeva. This is their Tea Tree Oil Acne Treatment Cream, and good news and bad news, I do have hormonal acne on my face right now. I have some right here above my eyebrow and a lot in this chin area. So I'm gonna use this. I have been using it off camera like maybe 3 times, and so far I think it is a good moisturizer, but I haven't used it enough to see a difference in my acne. But I'm gonna read you the claims of this because I thought it was also very interesting. Penetrates acne, detoxifies the skin, shrinks the pores, and it controls excess sebum on the skin. So if you're oily, I feel like you're gonna really like this, but my main concern is the acne as well as the pore shrinkage situation. So I'm also gonna take this along my pores today. And with that being said, the pore situation, I have a very expensive item I wanted to use today, which if you guys see this product, you guys are gonna be like, Jasmine, that is not in your budget. And I know, and so I decided, because I follow Essie Milan on Instagram, and he talked about Octoly, and I've heard other YouTubers talk about it, so I wanted to try it, see what it's all about. And basically they just send you free products to try out. Now this one is by the brand Guerlain, and this is the Pore Minimizer Pore Correcting Treatment, and I decided I wanted to try this one out simply because this is my first really luxury product that is skincare based, and so I was really excited to try it out. I don't know if I do like Octoly though. I know this might just sound bad, but there's other ways that I could get access to free makeup, and one of them being Influencer. That one I feel like anybody can do, anybody can use, especially if you don't have a large platform on social media. I think that one is a great way for everybody to get free makeup. There are just other ways. This one, Octoly, It's weird because they're almost forcing me to post about the products that I received. But anyway, you guys know whether I receive it free or not, I'm gonna give you my real insights. And so this one is a skincare item, and this one to me is going to act as my primer today because I don't have any new primers other than that Colourpop one, but I don't want to use that today. So I'm just gonna take a very little bit and apply it just into my pore areas. And I'm almost nervous to use this because it is so expensive. If it works well and my foundation looks good on top of it, then we might have a winner. So while this dries on the face, I wanted to tell you guys the claims of this. Now this one says it will instantly tighten and visibly minimize pores with a long-lasting effect. So basically all this really does, it targets all types of pores, unclogs them, and allows your skin to breathe. Now I'm all about that. Yeah. I'm definitely curious to see whether this will help my pore area because I would love to be that girl that did not wear primer under her foundation. So as for brows, I have been using these off camera, so it's not really my first impression, but they're new basically to you guys. And so I wanted to do my brows with the Essence Eyebrow Designer. And to be honest, I used to hate brow products that were in a pencil. I just thought they were too dark. They just looked too... what's the word? When you finish filling in your eyebrows just look blocky and they're not cute. So I was definitely doubting this one, and this one was only $1. So I'm actually gonna fill in my eyebrows with this. I love it because it blends out so well, and the color itself is really nice for me. I have the shade Dark Chocolate, and I'm just gonna go into my eyebrows and just simply fill them in before I go in with foundation. I don't know why I decided to do that today. So I fill it in like this before I brush it out, and I'm just gonna take my spoolie and evenly comb out that product. Yes, it looks very messy, but I'm gonna go in with my brow powder before I clean up my eyebrows. And this one is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit. This is coming up to be my holy grail eyebrow powder. It's definitely up and coming. Brow powder is self-explanatory. I'm going to take the lighter shade and pop it into the front of my brow, and then the darker shade into the ends of my eyebrow. I got a new concealer today. I just opened a package that was sent to me by My Looking Glass. I love you guys. You guys are literally the best. I got the Hourglass concealer in the shade Fair, and I'm so excited to try it. They also sent me another thing from Hourglass that I will use today. I'm just going to go ahead and use this to clean up my eyebrows. This concealer is very, very creamy. It feels really good on the skin, and I hope it's a good eye primer because that's where I put it. But wow, that texture is really good. And I typically don't like stick concealers, but this seemed very interesting because I've never tried anything high-end that was a stick concealer. So, this is very interesting. Wow, it covered up the redness from that pimple so well. I was looking back at my old pictures and I had really thick eyebrows last year. Jesus. Who let me do that? Y'all egged me on. I'm gonna blame you guys. Y'all egged me on. Y'all were saying, wow, your eyebrows are so thick. I wish I had thick eyebrows. Y'all, why'd y'all make me go Rock Lee thick? Why? I'm thinking that this is like a good My Skin But Better concealer because it definitely covered up the redness, but the more I buff it out, the more I'm thinking, this is kind of for those girls who want to build up their concealers and not have it full coverage right away. So I'm going to blend this whole situation with my foundation, and I want to still try out the Colourpop one just because I feel like some days my skin looks really good in this and then some days it doesn't. So I want to see that on top of everything that I just put on. I want to see if it looks any different. So I'm just going to take it. By the way, I'm in the shade Medium 80. I have a whole review on my channel if you're new here. Hello. I'm just going to take 3 pumps and I'm going to dot it all over the face before I blend it out. So I'm blending in my foundation with this sponge by Juno&Co, and they actually had this type of sponge before. This one's just in a different shape. I have a review on my channel and I gave it a negative review, and I did not like it because when I wet it, it made my face have so much texture. And then I gave it another negative review later on because I tried to make it work, and I tried to make my foundation look super good. A lot of you guys told me I had to use it dry, so I'm using it dry today. And the reason why I didn't like it the next few times was because once I washed it, my sponge broke. And I was just like, you know, I don't think that this one is right for me. And so they sent me this. I'm actually very iffy about it, but I could tell you my skin looks so much better than the way the other sponge made my foundation look dry, like using a dry sponge. So maybe they improved their formula on this one, but I could tell you I am so content with this cheek. However, I do want to be honest, I don't like hard sponges because I feel like I have a soft face. So I feel like when I'm pouncing the sponge on my face, I just feel like I'm hitting it really hard, even though I know I'm not. But I don't know, maybe I just have a very sensitive face, and dry sponges just are not my business. So my cheek here looks really good, but once I'm starting to get into that forehead area, I don't know if you could see, but it's leaving some stamp marks into my skin. I brought the Fenty Sponge in just in case I needed it, and I'm just gonna go over the edges where it just looks not the best. I'm gonna go back into that concealer though, and I'm gonna take that and conceal and highlight my skin. This concealer is just very smooth. I know I keep saying that, but it really is so smooth. It just glides on the skin so well. I'm gonna let this sit on my face before I blend it out. So while it sits, I'm gonna show you guys what type of palettes that I have here in front of me that I want to work with. So I have this one that Juno&Co sent me. These two are by two different brands. They sell a variety of brands on that website. This one is by the brand Prism Makeup. This is their Peach Dream palette. It's very reminiscent of, I think, the Too Faced Peachy Mattes palette. And then I also have this one by Mad Love. This is the Summer Nights palette, and it looks like this. I'm really intrigued with the blues in here and the variety of shimmer, and so I might want to dive into this one for that pop of color on my eyelid. I don't really know what look I want to do yet. And then I also have this one that seems pretty fun that I got from Syzygy. This is their Chameleon Glow palette. It's just full of shimmers. It's pretty. I've been using it like on and off, and each time I felt like I got a pretty promising look. So those are the palettes that I have to work with today. So I also have the Ambient Lighting Powder. It looks like this. This one's in Luminous Light. And I'm assuming that I'm just supposed to dust this all over the face. I'm gonna use this ShopMissA one. This one is F21. Okay. And I'm assuming, ew, that made it look a little worse. My pores. I need to go research how to use this before I ruin the other half of my skin. So I'm gonna go into baking powder. This one is the NYX Banana Color Correcting Powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I usually do, which is set my under eye area and set my entire face with this powder. This is just a light banana shade, and I'm just gonna go ahead and press it in with my Fenty sponge. I don't like using powders with a Juno&Co sponge because I feel like it grabs too much powder. So I'm gonna go into the shade called Bleach, and I'm going to pat that all over my eyes just so it sets the foundation and concealer, because that concealer kind of creases just a little bit being that it was so creamy. I'm gonna take my Morphe R40. I'm gonna go into the shade ILYSB. Yes. And I'm just going to buff this into my crease. This palette has very little fallout, which is very nice. I did use this palette once, but I felt like I didn't really dive into all the shades. I used the ILYSB shade that I'm using today and that bleach shade, but other than that, I really didn't go into the palette. I'm gonna add more pink to the look, so now I'm gonna go into this palette, and I'm thinking about going into this hot pink right here with that same brush. And then I'm gonna start out the outer corner and then buff my way in. That is so hot, like hot pink. Crazy. I'm going to be using some Juno&Co brushes. This one is the ES07, and I'm going to go ahead and grab the shade in the palette called High Ground. And I'm just going to buff that into the crease. Actually, I'm going to focus this in the outer corner and then blend it into the crease because I want this to darken up this look, and that is so pretty. There's so many ways I can take this look into. Now I'm going to take, where's my concealer? Okay, so I'm thinking about playing with color. So I'm going to take my concealer on a concealer brush. Just gonna pack that on both sides of my brush, and I'm gonna look down into a mirror and just cut out that crease. I'm gonna take another Juno&Co brush. This is the ES06. By the way, I'm an affiliate for Juno&Co, just like how I am with ShopMissA. So if you shop through my affiliate link in the description box, I'll get a small commission. Just thought I'd let you know because most of you guys didn't know. So I'm gonna go ahead into the Chameleon palette, and I think I want to go into this green right here. I've never used it. I'm super excited. I have not been disappointed with any of the shades that are in this palette, and so I'm gonna give it a shot right now. Oh wow. Ooh, oh my gosh. Ooh. Watermelon princess vibes. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Alright, and then in the center of my eyelid, I'm gonna go into this mustard yellow, and I'm gonna switch the side of my brush, and now I'm gonna go into this shade, and ooh, hopefully it looks really good on top of this, or I'm suing. Oh, yes, queen. Then I'm gonna switch the brush back to the green side, and I'm just gonna blend the edges real quick. Yes. Oh, I'm living. Oh. Okay, now I'm gonna do something very crazy. This is a step that I only do on very rare occasions. I'm gonna take this black, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it into the area where my green meets that maroon shade. And just ever so slightly, gently, we will blend together and not breathe. This black is also very pigmented. A little went such a long way. Holy crap. Okay, and then now I'm gonna go back into that maroon shade, and right on top, just gonna blend it. Okay, I'm also gonna switch my brush because I'm getting very nervous. So I'm gonna switch it to my Morphe R39. This one's clean. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just blend these colors together. Okay, now before I proceed with eyeliner, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the palettes. This one, amazing quality, very pigmented, surprisingly pigmented, with zero to little fallout. The Syzygy palette, I have not been disappointed, like I said, with any of these shimmers, and it is something that I feel like I continuously reach for, even though I feel like shimmer palettes to me are not loud enough. Like they don't scream my name whenever I think of an eyeshadow look, but this one I've definitely been reaching for, which is great. This peach palette, I have used it about 4 times already, and there is little to no pigment. This one right here, the shade that I did use, that one has the most pigment out of this whole palette. And the reason why I say that is because I have tried these 3 rows on my eyes, these 3 right here. All the colors blend in with each other, so with everything all said and done, there's no depth, there's no dimension, and you just look like you have one color slapped onto your eyes. So this one is good if you literally like just peaches on your eyes, but if you're looking for something with a lot of depth, dimension, you probably might want to splurge on that Too Faced palette, but you never know. You might like it. This eye look is probably the best I've done in such a long time. Oh. Do you guys, I know you guys do that. When you come up with such a good look, you're just like, oh. Oh my god, too bad it's 9 p.m. Where the hell am I gonna go? I'm probably gonna go live on Instagram. Okay, now I'm gonna line my upper and lower waterline with a black eyeliner. This one's the one by Kiko Milano. It's the Everlasting Kajal. I haven't used this in quite some time now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly, how do I do this without ruining my makeup? Jesus. Yes, queen for innovation. Yes. I'm gonna smoke out the lower lash line now. I'm gonna take the shade called Bravo on the Juno&Co ES08 brush, and I'm just gonna go ahead, buff this onto my lower lash line. This is probably like the most awkward part of the tutorial because I just look so weird. Then I'm gonna take this cool tone shade called Run This Town. I don't like how dark that is, so I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go into a different brush just so I can get more precision, and I'm just gonna go into the ILY SB, and this is going to warm up that lower lash line. Yeah. Now I'm gonna take that maroon shade and get it right near my lash line, right near that black, and then finally I'm gonna take that black and just smoke it right on top of that maroon shade. I just wonder, why can't my makeup look this good when I need it to look good? I also have a ton of new lashes that I got sent from the brand Lash Kitty. I have a discount code with them. It doesn't benefit me, it only benefits you guys, and it's the code ThatsSoYin. And this one is actually in collaboration with the OMG lashes, and these, let me tell you, they are so beautiful. She created 4 different styles, and each one of them, I'm stunned. She did such a good job. This one is the Glam On style. This one is a Drama Queen. This one is so plush. Ah, yes. Wow. I love her. This one is the Fabulash. This one is also very, very pretty. And then finally, this one is the most natural out of all of them. This is the one that I wear the most. This one is the Workflow eyelashes. They are just very nice, wispy, and long, and that's what I like about it. I don't know which one I'm gonna use yet. So I ended up going with the lashes that I love the most, which is Workflow. So now I'm gonna go into my old favorite e.l.f. bronzing palette, and I'm just gonna use this with the ES10 by Juno&Co. I'm just gonna take all of the shades, and I'm just going to run it across the face. This is a flat kabuki brush, but it's also very flimsy, so it gets powders evenly across the face, and it also leaves the bronzer looking very soft and subtle. And then with a smaller brush, I'm going to take the darkest shade and contour the sides of my cheeks, so my cheeks will look a little bit more sculpted. I'm going to use this PIXI blush. This one used to be a duo. This is the Peach Honey blush, and this one has little to no color to it. It just adds more so a shimmer across the cheeks, and I think that's really cute and sexy. cute and sexy. Now to highlight, I'm gonna go into the Bretman Rock and Morphe palette. I've been neglecting this palette just because there are other highlights that I've been using more often. I'm gonna use the shade Vacation. Wow. And then for an added flair, I'm gonna take the shade Baby Girl, which is a white with a pink reflect. And I'm gonna pop that into my inner corners here. And that's gonna give the eye look a little bit more of a twist because there's green incorporated and now there's pink. All we need to do is lips. Now I have like 3 different lip options here with me. We can go really bold or nude. And something tells me to not do nude today. So I'm gonna go in with pink. Jasmine wearing pink. And check this out, check this out. Hot pink. I don't know who y'all are subscribed to, but it's definitely not ThatsSoYin. It's definitely not Jasmine Yin. It's not her. So this one is by Melt Cosmetics. This is in the shade Stupid Love. I got this as a gift from my looking glass. Thank you again. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. She's so pigmented. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave it here and then I'm gonna blend it in with a different shade. So this one's by Sigma. This is their Power Stick in the shade Bloody Good. It is a red with a pink undertone and I am just going to go right on top of that pink and then fill in the rest of my lip. Alright you guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys all really enjoy. This look was actually super fun to do. I hope you guys all really enjoy. I want to experiment more with bold lips, but to be honest, I'm still not quite comfortable with this whole bold lip situation just yet. But anyway, I hope you guys all really enjoy the look, and as always, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.